Hey everyone, welcome back to another one of my videos. And today I'm going to be doing a review on the newest cartoon beatbox. Hold on. The newest cartoon beatbox collabs. Okay, yeah, there you go. yeah, so we had a new one, episode 4. Yeah, Sonny versus Tony. Well, let's just get started, I guess. So, if you don't know who I am, you should probably subscribe to me because my content is something. You should just do it because you want me to shut up. Yeah, okay, anyway, if you don't know how my reviews work, they're pretty simple. I go by three things, and basically, if the character I chose has the most out of the three things, basically get my vote. The first one is roasting. Obviously, the one that's pretty much the most important because in Cartoon Beatbox Collabs, that's the one you're gonna mostly see. So CBC, yeah. Next one would be creativity. I really like this one, but it's basically stuff that I couldn't think of or anyone else that's in the CBB community that really couldn't have thought of. And the final one, laughing stock, which is pretty simple and self-explaining, and basically stuff that makes you laugh. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Well, anyways, why not we get started? Starting off with roasting, and starting off with Sony. So if you don't know, each character gets like 3 roasts that are my favorite roasts from the series. So why not we get started? It's your nose. I bet you're frosted. Okay, so oh gosh. So in it's your nose, so calling his nose fat and big, I bet you're frosted. So yeah, if you don't know, Tony the Tiger is from Frosted Flakes, and um, Sonny is from Cocoa Puffs. So honestly, it's funny how this works. It's not completely enough to make me go, "Whoa, that's kind of funny." That's enough where it's like, yeah, that I could. This roast is pretty generic. It's probably the most average thing you get. I just, yeah. Number two would be you can call. Okay, no. This is not the next line, but basically, eh, if you don't know what this is representing, so I don't know if you kids know the younger ones. I'm saying, if you don't know, there's a character named Tweety. I think it's Tweety. I don't. You guys can tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. Please do. But Tweety is like a bird, a little bird, like little bird, and it's yellow. And he's always getting chased down by some character named Sylvester, which is a black and white. You can see down getting right now smacked. And Tweety's always protected by the old lady that's his owner, or protected by him that's cartoon like, obviously like a hammer. So what this is representing is the bird is like how he is right now. You see, Sonny's like the representative of Tweety, and Tony is the representative of Sylvester. I really like this. It's a good roast. You got to think about it. But just so some of you kids that don't know what I'm talking about exactly, well, most of you will probably know who these characters are. But Tom and Jerry, this is the same exact thing, but probably more popular and more different off character style. So Tom being a cat and then Jerry being the mouse. It's the same thing except Tweety being a bird and Sylvester being another cat. But yeah, I'm pretty sure actually Sylvester got like a thing in Tom and Jerry, like was once in it, but I don't know. I might be stupid. But okay, let's continue. So the number one roast was, okay. So you have to like get a little bit of backstory, the eyes. But yeah, but um, but so he's basically, so it says you're black and orange, but you're not new. You're boring. So this is pretty much roasting what Tony completely represents as a character. So he's basically, what Sonny is saying is like, Tony, you're black and orange, you're not new at all, and you're boring. So it's a few different roasts you can look at this as. I feel like the one that's gonna be most recognized, or maybe even the best roast out of the bunch you could look at, is your whole character design is all stupid. Why do like it's boring. No one cares for it. And then the other way I feel like the second best is you're not new, saying you're old and you're boring. And then the third one, I have no idea what you could say for a third one. I only got two. But yeah, honestly, that one was my favorite roast by Sonny. So let's continue. And roasting from Tony. Number three, are you proud of what you do? I really like this roast because it's saying, like, bruh, out of everything you could have done, are you really proud of what you were doing right now? Like, you could be generally doing something else with your life instead of making this cocoa garbage. Really? But you gotta be doing this. That's pretty much what Sony is getting roasted by. So Tony is saying something of those lines of like, are you really proud of what you're doing? Like you could be doing so much more in your life, but you're doing this. So yeah. Number two. In this battle, I'm your daddy. Okay, so a lot of people probably just think this as like Tony's being because Tony's being like just generally stuff like roasting his personal life, and actually I don't think of it like that. So I think Tony Tiger, I'm not completely sure, I'm pretty sure, I think Tony Tiger is probably the most famous serial celebrity, if that makes sense, like the most like recognizable character out of the serial business. And and that's saying like he's the biggest of bigs. Like obviously it's not true. I think his cereal is C tier and Cocoa Puffs is definitely D tier. No offense. I mean, Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Oreos are obviously the best too, but whatever. So he's basically saying that my cereal's best. I am most popular. I am the Lord. I am the person everyone looks up to. And then he's saying, "Cause in this battle, I'm your daddy. I'm the person that like everyone looks up on, everyone thinks of, and cereal." And he's saying, "Cause in this battle, I'm your daddy. I'm the person. Without me, there will be no you." Yeah, it's pretty much another way of saying it. Okay, so yeah, let's continue on. Number one. Okay, this roast was pretty bland, but I like it more because it's on more of the side of general that just generally a more of a side roast of what whole of this cereal business is. So if you don't know, he says, "Your cereal's garbage. You really think you can feed me? So you just accept your fate." Something like, or just accept your fate. Something like that. Something on those lines. I really like this because it just shows whole of Tony Tiger's just everything that he has to bring, like a whole lot of crap just in this area. You could see two guards, it looks like, and then you see in the background he's on a throne that looks like a tiger symbol, and just him in general. I like this roast because of the surroundings, but too much of the exactual fate part. Okay, so not too much of a general good roast. So that's why I'm giving the point to Sonny. There was better roasts I feel like Sonny had than compared to Tony, but yeah, I don't know. It was just All right, now we got creativity, and Sonny's gonna start. Oh yeah, I forgot Sonny and Tony, or at least creativity. There's one on each because there's not too much of it, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm using this one again, and I come back to this where I'm like, yeah, this makes so much sense, you know, and yeah, this just it just wow. Sonny's saying stuff like the exact same thing I said for his roast. I am the person that's always winning in the fights, and you think you're winning, but you're always getting messed up. It's just really creativity, and I really would have never thought about that. And then Tony, you're not good, but I'm good. Okay, so this is actually the last line in this collabs, and he's saying, "You're no good, but I'm great." So if you don't know, Tony's catch line, like what he says, is "They're great," and not obviously a better voice, but you know. So he's saying, "You're no good. You're like absolute garbage, but I'm great." Yeah. So I'm giving the point to Tony. Honestly, respectfully, the creativity was sort of off level kind of things, and honestly, easily Tony had a better one in this case. But yeah, I guess let's just continue on with the last one. So, by the way, if you don't know how exactly it works, there's three creativity ones in all of them. So they both share, and it doesn't matter which one's first. It just matters who has the most. So if one has two, and it's like three and two, the other one has one, then the one that has two is the one that wins. So yeah, just saying. So the first one goes to Sonny. Honestly, when I first reacted to this, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then after watching it again, I was like, "Man, that's kind of funny." And he's saying, "You can call me Joe Exotic." So some of you, the younger demographic, I don't know exactly, but you probably don't know what Joe Exotic is. It's like it's called Tiger King. It's like they do weird craps with tiger. I don't even want to explain it, but yeah, it's pretty much like I'm the exeggeral part of what Joe Exotic is. And yeah, honestly, it was kind of funny. So yeah. Number two, okay. Okay. Deer Sky in your bowl. Okay. Um Honestly, they're not completely wrong. I don't really need to explain this one because if you have ever ate Cocoa Puffs or even generally looked at it, you would agree with me in this case. If you don't know what this means, you should probably not comment down what it means in the comments. All right, so number one, yeah, this one again. Okay, so cuz in this battle I'm your daddy. So I took it as a couple different ways, but the one in this case is just funny. It's just oh my gosh. It's generally a really funny case of how it works. But yeah, there's more demographic in this than there is in any of the other roasts slash creativity slash laughing. So honestly, it's a good. But yeah, so since Tony had more, looks like in my opinion Tony wins. I liked Tony a lot more before the battle started. So if you, I don't know, I'm not trying to be like biasedly on this because I never try to do that. But I already from the beginning liked Tony more than Sonny. So you know, but the fact I just after hearing the performances, it was close though. It was really close. But yeah, Tony wins in my opinion. But thank you all for watching. Yeah, honestly, you guys are amazing if you made it here. Comment pineapples and also as well as comment down who you thought won. If it, this pretty much that just tells. And one last thing, I'm actually going to be doing a ranking for Cartoon Beatbox Collabs when episode 5 is out. So the reason why I'm doing it when episode 5 is out is therefore there is 10 characters I could generally use for it. So there's basically like at least double digits for it, and it'll at least be a couple minutes. And I also want to be technically the first person to do a CBC ranking. I already know I'm not. There's probably some Cartoon Beatbox collabs ranking somewhere on YouTube. I know there is. I just know there is. And if there isn't, and there's definitely someone after watching these videos and be like, I'm going to do one, and then technically be the first. I want to be one where there's enough where people watch it and would actually be like, yeah, I want to watch this because there's actually a good amount of solos. And I also want to do one where I want to be like, if I make this, I want, and it gets really popular, a lot of other people will start doing it. I don't want to do it for fame. I want to do it for if people wanted to, after watching it, they would be like, I want to do my own version. And yeah. But thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Please subscribe.